What's going on, Bulls fans? It's your boy, Philly the Fourth. I'm here with you covering the Bulls versus Suns game on this Easter Sunday. And here we go. The Bulls. They will be taking on the Suns at the United Center. Leonard Miller with a rebound. We got 10:50 to go in the first quarter. Still 0-0. Trey Jones lifts a three. Brick City. Rebound to the Suns. They're running. Alley-oop. Oh, just misses. Battling for the rebound, Colin Sexton gets it. He throws it out to Trey Jones on the run. He saves it to Yabusele. Yabusele pump fakes, drives, kicks it back out to Colin Sexton for three. It clanks off the rim, rebound to the Suns. Still 0-0, 10:20 to go in the first quarter. Number 4 for the Suns. I'm not sure who that is. I think that's Jalen Green. Drives, no charging foul. How's everyone doing on this Easter Sunday? I hope you're all doing well. Had to make sure I got my hair. It's a good hair day for me, so just playing. All right, Colin Sexton. He drives, crosses over, gets to the middle of the paint, gives it back up to Yabusele. Yabba dabba doo, baby. Back to Colin Sexton, lifts a three, comes up short. That was a long three. All right. Goodwin comes up to court. He gives it up to Dylan Brooks. That's Booker. Booker cashes a deuce to get the scoring going. 2-zip, Suns lead. I'll say this, man. Trey Jones gets to the rack. He gets blocked, but that's a goaltend. 2 points for Trey Jones. You know who I got my eye on in this game? Mark Williams, center for the Phoenix Suns. Let's not forget, my Bulls fans, he is a restricted free agent this summer. He might be very well a player that the Bulls can go after to try and fill that void at center. I like what he could bring. Dylan Brooks lifts a three. He misses. Rebound to Trey Jones. Trey Jones gets out on the run, gets it up to Leonard Miller. Leonard Miller drives, gets the foul and the bucket. Nice job by Leonard Miller. Hell of a basket. It's Miller time, baby. I hope everybody is enjoying their Easter so far. Leonard Miller makes the free throw. We've got a 5-2 ball game. Bulls are up by 3. 8:58 to go in the first quarter. Devin Booker gets the ball, dribbles, passes over to Goodwin for 3, and he cashes it. Cash money, baby. Colin Sexton gets the ball. He drives, kicks it back out to Yabba Dabba Doo for 3. He's way short. The Suns throw it all the way down to Mark Williams, who gets an easy bucket. Bulls come back fast. Trey Jones to Leonard Miller for 3. He cashes it. Leonard Miller, baby. He had 6 early points for Miller. It's Miller time. Is this going to be the Leonard Miller game? Oh, Bulls get a steal and they throw it down to, guess who? Leonard Miller. And he dunks it down. 8 points for Leonard Miller. Let's go, Bulls fans. Leonard Miller, baby. Good things happen when Leonard Miller is on the court. Great pass by Trey Jones. What an assist. The Bulls are out to an early 10-7 lead. I love it, Bulls fans. Yeah, buddy. Rolling like a big shot. Chevy tuned up like a NASCAR pit stop. What do you guys? I'd love to know if you guys are doing anything for Easter Sunday. I unfortunately am all alone on this Easter Sunday, so I decided to come hang out with you guys. I know that I did not release a post game for the Knicks game, and I'm sorry. I also didn't do a play-by-play. I had some stuff going on during the game that prevented me from doing a play-by-play. As far as the post-game Bulls fans, you've seen the final score of that game, right? I've spent enough time just dogging the Bulls and dogging their players. Like, to me, Bulls fans, it was just didn't feel like it was going to benefit for any of us if I just got on the camera and talked about the Bulls getting their ass stomped by 40 points and looking lifeless while it happened. There were a couple of bright spots, though, and they're playing today, Colin Sexton and Leonard Miller. Leonard Miller, guys, I'm telling you, he's consistent. He shoots efficiently. I really like what this guy brings. Someone, I think it was Giddey on Bulls Without Borders, which we film every Friday. Don't miss us. But I think that Giddey made the reference that he's like a longer Ayo Dosunmu, and I like that comparison a lot. Two-way player, long for his position, and just seems to make the right basketball plays. That seems to be what Leonard Miller is all about. All right, come on, Bulls. Bullies. Oh, the Suns get an easy bucket. My apologies, I missed it. We're coming back the other way. Dillingham is in the game. Uh-oh. We'll see what happens. Can go either way there. Sexton drives, kicks it out to Yabusele. Back to Sexton for three. It rims out, but rebound to Isaac Okoro, and he scores. Okoro rocking the afro today. Back the other way. That was Jalen Green. Okay. They miss a three. Dillingham zooms back the other way. He gives it up to Sexton, who almost loses it, but he gets to Okoro. Sexton for three. He cashes that one. I'll tell you what, Kellen Sexton. Hey, Shane, let's go. Off to CQ he goes. That's some crazy shit, man. Shane out there doing his thing, serving our country, y'all. Shout out to you, Shane. Happy Easter, brother. Let's go, Bulls. Hi, Mom. Hey, guys, drop likes on this or drop some reactions. Facebook actually pays me for the reactions. So if you guys can drop a love, if you're here with me on Facebook, drop a reaction for me. Yabusele drives, he misses, gets his own rebound, kicks it out to Okoro, back to Dillingham, gets it to Sexton. Sexton drives, and he punts it accidentally out of bounds. Appreciate you, Shane. All right. Jalen Green cashes a three. Back the other way, Dillingham zooms down the court, gets it to Okoro, and Okoro scores. Nice cut by Okoro. Good pass by Dillingham. The Bulls have a 17-12 lead. Do you believe in miracles? Just kidding. The Bulls actually beat the Suns last month without Matas and Giddey. So this would not be that. This would not. I mean, we've seen it before. Dillingham crosses over. He gets fouled. I gotta be honest, guys. I don't think the Suns are very good. Their record says that they're pretty good. I personally don't see it. Not that much. I mean, they've got some decent players. Devin Booker's obviously a dog, a tier one. But Jalen Green is meh. All right, Dillingham drives, spin move. Wow. Insane. He did a spin move and in a up and under scoop layup from far away, pretty far away from the rim. That was really impressive. Really impressive shot by Dillingham. Devin Booker misses the layup, but it gets rebounded by Mark Williams and put back in. Mark Williams is going to eat us alive today, Bulls fans. Dillingham being dogged by guess who? Grayson Allen. He gets called for the foul. Dillingham went to work on I feel like Mark Williams got a piece of that shot by Dillingham. Grayson Allen is a hoe. Let everybody know that Grayson Allen is a hoe. For show. Great. Dillingham gets it over to Leonard Miller. Leonard Miller gets into post. Loses the ball to Grayson Dickhead. He gives it up to who's 00? O'Neal. Okay. Booker with the jumper. Cash money, baby. Isaac Okoro gets the ball. Give the ball up, Okoro, please. God, I hate when you try to create. You're not good. Sexton drives, scoops. He misses badly, but guess who gets the rebound? Leonard Miller. What a dog. Dillingham from way downtown, he airballs it. Dillingham, I hate when you act like, dude, you're doing fine, Dillingham. That's when he screws up. Every time he starts to look for his own shot or do too much, that's when he messes it up. There's no need to do all of that, bro. Devin Booker drives, shot. Great defense by Dillingham, I'll be honest, but he scores anyway. 19-18, Bulls lead by 1. 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Sexton gives the ball up to Ulbrich. Back over to Dillingham. Takes a pick from Ulbrich. Oh, Dillingham actually threw a turnover, but they got lucky. It bounced to Sexton. Sexton gets fouled on his drive to the rim. Dillingham tried to fit that ball where it was never going to be. Ooh, Sexton gave Grayson Allen an eye. Back the other way, 20-18. Bulls are up by 2. Yuki gets called for the foul. That's crap. Yuki for 3. Oh, he cashes it. Unbelievable. Booker gets it up, gives it up to uh Booker for 3. Misses. Rebound to Yuki. Yuki gets it up to Trey Jones. Trey Jones goes to the rack. He misses, but he gets fouled. Love it. When Yuki and Trey Jones are on the court together, special things happen. Love to see that. Love to see that. Trey Jones already has 4 assists, my friends. Booker gives it up to number 12, lifts a 3, and he smacks it. Gillespie. Trey Jones gives it up to Yuki. Back to Trey Jones. Trey Jones crosses over, gets it to Ulbrich. Ulbrich pump fakes. He doesn't look for his own shot ever. Yuki gets the ball. Oh my God. Someone's got to take the shot. Patrick Williams gets it down to Ulbrich. Ulbrich gets his shot blocked. Yuki, you got to look for your shot there, brother. Yuki was open on the baseline. He's got to shoot that. Take the runner. You got to. Gillespie nails a 3. All right, Trey Jones. Someone help him out. Gets it to Ulbrich. Ugh, he steps out. Timeout. Billy Donovan calls timeout. Okay, here we go. Collect ourselves, boys. It's 25-24. Bulls are up by 1, by the way. Sorry, guys, doing something real quick on my cell phone. Quick break. Ulbrich cashes 1 out of 2. 26-24. Bulls lead by 2. What's up, Sal? Sal's the GOAT. Happy Easter, brother. Go Bulls. Jalen Green gets the ball, goes baseline. He misses the layup, but the rebound goes to Goodwin, and he scores. 26 all. Lachlan Ulbrich has the ball. He gets over to Patrick Williams. Patrick Williams goes baseline, gives it up to Leonard Miller, who gets inside, he misses the first, gets his own rebound and scores. Leonard Miller is an offensive rebounding savant. 28-26, 1:12 to go in the first quarter. Gillespie gets it over to Jalen Green. Jalen Green guarded by Yuki. Yuki's in his hip. Love to see it. Good defense by Yuki. All over him. Jalen Green still scores. Still great defense by Yuki. Oh, but they get Leonard Miller on the run, and he scores with the dunk. Leonard Miller already has 12 points today. Dog. On pace for 48. It's the Leonard Miller game, everybody. Gillespie guarded by Yuki. He gets past him, pulls up on the jumper, misses. Guess who gets the rebound? Leonard freaking Miller, dude. Miller has the ball. He gets it back to Trey Jones. Trey Jones drives. Turns it over. You got to help Trey Jones out there, Lockie. That's a poor defensive IQ, poor offensive IQ play by Lachlan. Lachlan needs to get into the passer's line of sight. You got to naturally know that, my friend. Leonard Miller has 10 plus points in 13 out of the last 14 games. Leonard Miller is the real deal, Lucille, my friends. I know that this Bulls team doesn't have a lot of talent, but I'm telling you, he is the real deal. (30-28). 8 seconds left to go. The Suns are inbounding. Gets into Jalen Green. Jalen Green drives, guarded by Patrick Williams. He gets to the rack, and he scores on the layup. Pat Williams blows. Oh! Dude, Trey Jones almost made a crazy one-handed shot from half court. It went off backboard and hit the rim, but it rimmed off. So after the first quarter, we've got a barn burner here, my friends. 30-30. Neither one of these teams is backing down, playing some good basketball. It'll drive Bulls fans apeshit if the Bulls win tonight. Sorry, today, I guess. I just want to see some good basketball on this Easter Sunday, my friends. I don't know about you. Uno momento. Ooh, sorry about that, you guys. Getting a little bite real quick. If you're here with me on YouTube, I'd really appreciate it if you left a like on the video, my guys. Super appreciated. And it's Easter. Be giving to your fellow man. We're back. All right, we're back. Oh, Dillingham gets to the cup. Sorry, yeah. No. That's Colin Sexton. Gets to the cup with the high arcing layup, 34-32. I missed the Bulls' first basket. I don't know who scored. Sorry about that. Suns cash a 3. 35-34. Bulls are up or down by 1. Gillespie has 9 for the Suns. Patrick Williams gets the ball, drives, spin move, gets inside, and lays it in. My God, that's the nicest move he's made in weeks. I'm not going to lie to you. Weeks. Jalen Green has the ball, drives, pulls up on a 3, and he misses. Rebound to Leonard Miller. Leonard Miller is going to have freaking 20 rebounds at this rate. Trey Jones drives, but he gets fouled. Who is that? Iguodaro? It's a weird name. If that is your real name. If you're here with me on X, it'd really be appreciated if you dropped a retweet and a like on the stream. Oh, Colin Sexton gets in his bag, gets to the rack. He misses it barely. Damn. Jalen Green gets the ball, dances with it, gets it over to Gillespie. Gillespie gets it down to Iguodaro, who dunks it. Iguodaro is ugly as hell, boy. Hey, man, hit every ugly branch on the ugly tree. Bulls turn it over. Gillespie drives. Oh, great defense by Patrick Williams. Holy crap. Jalen Green was gonna fly in for a dunk, and Patrick Williams swiped it out of his hands. That's incredible. I can't believe I just said nice things about Patrick Williams. He stopped a 1-on-3 fast break. That's unbelievable. I can't believe it, Patrick Williams. The miracles do exist. Sexton's at the line after the fast break resulted in a foul. Sexton sinks a free throw. We've got 37-37. Sexton makes another free throw. 9:45 to go in the second quarter. The Bulls are up by 1. They are battling. Iguodaro gets the pass. He dunks it. Man, what the hell? Billy calls timeout. Billy's pissed. Iguodaro is a crybaby. You can see. It's not everyone else's fault that you hit every branch on the ugly tree, bro. You can't all be blessed to be born like Philly V. Just playing. I do want to send a shout out to my loved one, Josephine. Happy Easter, baby. I can't wait. This is going to be the last Easter that I spend without her, I hope. I'm very blessed. I have a very, very beautiful girlfriend who treats me very well. So the men out there that are struggling to find their Josephine, I promise she's out there. Never lower your standards. As long as you know who you are and you believe in what you provide can provide and be, stick to your guns, man. Don't settle for less. Took me 35 years to find mine. But it was worth every single one. Sorry, I mean I would be saying stats, but everybody's so quiet in the chat. I don't know what you guys want from me. Hey, it's Samity. I don't know how I didn't see your comment earlier. I feel like my shit was glitching. It didn't show it before. Thanks, man. You a real one. I'm just trying to keep it chill on this Easter Sunday, guys. I could be rattling off stats if you want, but I think we're all just here to enjoy a game. I don't know. It's not that serious, right? Like the Bulls suck, we know it. Dillingham gets to the rack and he scores on the scoop. 40-39. Bulls are up by 1. Gillespie gives the ball up to Iguodaro. Iguodaro crosses over. They give it up to 0-0. Who's that again? Grayson Allen gets the offensive rebound. It's Royce O'Neal. Grayson Allen gets the offensive rebound and gets fouled. Talk about ugly. That dude's face makes me want to beat my own ass. Grayson Allen misses the first free throw because he's ugly. I don't know why that's my go-to insult today, but I'm riding with it, baby. Second free throw's up, and it's good. 40 all. 40 all. 8:55 to go in the second quarter. Dillingham has the ball. He gives it up to Colin Sexton. Sexton takes a pick from Yabusele. Oh my God, Yabba Dabba Doo, what are you doing? He missed the Sexton with the steal. Sexton drives, gives it back to Leonard Miller. Leonard Miller to Dillingham to Patrick Williams, back to Colin Sexton. Sexton gives it up to Patrick Williams. Patrick Williams throws it away. Crazy. Gillespie gives it up to Grayson Allen. Grayson Allen dribbles it off his foot because he's a loser and he's ugly. Grayson Allen, you suck. I'll never forgive him for what he did to Caruso that one year. Dillingham gives the ball up to Yabba Dabba Doo. Back to Dillingham for 3. He misses it off the front iron. You get the ball to Gillespie. Gillespie gives it up to O'Neal. Back to Gillespie. Gets it to Grayson Allen. Grayson Allen drives. He blows the layup, but he gets to the free throw line because he flopped. He doesn't deserve any calls ever. He's a dirty player. Apparently, the Suns have been bad without Dylan Brooks and Mark Williams, but they are both in today. Grayson Allen sinks both free throws, 42-40. Suns up by 2. Dillingham gives the ball to Sexton. Over to Yabba Dabba Doo. Yabba Dabba Doo gets it over to Dillingham. Dillingham passes it to Sexton. Back over to Dillingham. Dill Pickle drives. Gives it up to gets to Colin Sexton. 3. Rims out. Grayson Allen with the rebound. He brings it down. He gives it up to Gillespie. Gillespie drives to the middle of the paint, takes it to the rack, misses. Rebound Patrick Williams. He gives it up to Sexton. Sexton thinks about shooting, doesn't. Gives it back to Dillingham. I really don't care for the lineup that's out here right now. Dillingham gives it up to Sexton. Sexton for 3. He misses. Come on, Sexton. We need you to cash some of these, baby. Gillespie for 3. Misses. O'Neal gets the rebound, though. He gives it up to Grayson Allen, who smacks the 3. That's the last guy that we want to beat our ass today. Come on, guys. Dillingham gives it up to Yabusele, who shoots the 3. He makes it. Cash. 45-43. The Suns run back down, and they score an easy dunk. Ibarro. Sexton drives, turns it over. Damn it, Bulls. Come on. Sexton's not having a very good game so far. Gillespie misses the 3, but Grayson Allen gets the rebound back to Gillespie for 3. He misses again. Rebound to Leonard Miller. Dillingham has the ball. Back over to Yabusele. Oh, he almost turns it over, but he actually passes it to Patrick Williams. Patrick Williams for 3. He made it, but there was a foul on Grayson Allen first. That's a shame because P. Will's never going to hit another 3 in this game again. That was his one shot. You only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. Grayson Allen is coming out of the game. Thank God. I don't want to watch him anymore. He stinks. What just happened? Are they challenging it? What just happened? This is the downfall of watching with sound. Something happened. The Bulls turned it over somehow. Yuki gets called for the foul. What is happening? Yuki was just playing defense. What are we doing, referees? Did Adam Silver make the call or something? What's going on? 47-43. Bulls are down by 4. Devin Booker's in the game. He pulls up a shot. It rolls in. Sexton's got the ball. Sexton gets it back, turns it over almost. Royce O'Neal almost killed some people in the front row. Damn. Devin Booker is the third youngest shooting guard ever to hit 18,000 points, only behind Kobe and MJ. Trey Jones gets it up to Yuki for 3. Oh, the Suns turn it over. Okoro with the steal. Yuki gets it up to Trey Jones. Trey Jones drives, runner. He scores. Trey Jones. Chicka, chicka, yeah. Let's go, Trey. Let's go, Trey. Leonard Miller's been quiet this quarter after some great stuff. Yuki just got floored with a pick. Trey Jones gets it over to Okoro. Trey Jones gives it up to Leonard Miller for 3. He misses it. Leonard Miller has a weird shot for him. His legs always are super spread apart. Jalen Green gets the ball in. Oh, good defense by Lachlan Ulbrich. Yuki gets it to Trey Jones. Trey Jones drives, and he lays it in. Well done. Trey Jones has been one of the most efficient basketball players in the NBA since the month of March began. He is 4 or 5 today. Jalen Green has the ball. Offensive foul? No. They call a foul. Yuki's getting ticky-tack crap called on him. It's some dude. Dylan Brooks floored Yuki on a pick. That's not right. Who shot that? Was that Mac McClung? Oh yeah, Maxon. Mac gets the offensive rebound, gets to P. Will. P. Will misses. G League MVP Mac McClung. Oh, the Bulls get a steal. Great hustle by Lachlan Ulbrich. Patrick Williams gives it up to Trey Jones and he scores. And just like that, the Bulls come right back after they were going down. It is 52-49. The Bulls are down by 3. Well done, Bulls. Way to fight. Let's go, Bulls. LOL. What's the LOL from? Hey, you're going to be in town for Mania. Unfortunately, probably not, my friend. I think I'm going to be it's a long story, but I'm not mobile at this moment. I'll text you about it. My car took a fat shit on me, so I'm dealing with that right now. I'll be streaming. You should me and Fayez actually, who is this guy right here. Me and Fayez will be streaming for one night. I think night 1, and I'll be streaming for night 2, but I think Shane is going to join me. That's the only thing about being a content creator is, I don't get to do a lot of these things with my friends anymore, which is a little bit sad. Now that I do a wrestling show, we usually do live streaming, reactions to the shows, which means I can't watch it with my friends. I could. I'm sure if I talked to Fayez about it, obviously he would be cool. But I'm just in the hustle stage right now, Gotta hustle, baby. If you're here with me on Facebook, please leave a like or a love. It'd be super helpful. If you're here with me on X, drop a like and a retweet and consider coming over to the YouTube page. That'd be really helpful at Chicago Bulls Breeze or just Chicago Bulls Breeze. And if you're here with me on YouTube, please drop a like and interact with me in the comments. If you enjoy the stream, I hope that you'll subscribe. I know next season I got to do some stuff to spruce up the presentation of my live streams, and I will. I'm going to talk to Pat. We're going to figure out how I can get a clock in here. That's the biggest one. I know how, but I have to get another monitor. I can't do it right now with the way my monitor situation is. All right, we're back. Jalen Green gives it up to Devin Booker. Devin Booker is in the post, guarded by Okoro. Dylan Brooks gets the ball. Fadeaway jumper. He airballs it, but the rebound goes to Goodwin, who scores the layup. 54-49. The Bulls are so cooked on the rebounding side of things. Patrick Williams gets the ball, drives, gives it up to Lachlan Ulbrich, back to Mac McClung. Mac McClung drives, lays it up, misses, but I think he got fouled. Well done by Mac McClung. Love to see the kid being aggressive. Show him why you're G League MVP, dog. At the line, Mac McClung cashes the first free throw. They're at the free throw line. MBG, TP. Mac McClung makes the second free throw. 54-51. Bulls are down by 3. 2:33 to go in the third quarter. Sorry, the second quarter. Devin Booker, spin move, shoots, and they call the foul on Okoro, who can't believe it. Well, you better believe it, buddy. The Suns are they're 2.5 games up on the Trailblazers for the 7th seed. Devin Booker makes the first free throw. Second free throw's up, and he misses. Oh, but the tip, Goodwin tips the ball in. Mark Williams is back out on the floor. Isaac Okoro jab steps. He drives, gets it up. They swing it to Patrick Williams for 3, and he misses it. Of course he does. Booker lifts a quick 3, and he misses. But what happened? They fouled Booker? Come on, man. He's going to be shooting 3. This Bulls team was never going to. You can't do that, Mac. You can't do that. Mac tried to. He didn't give Booker room to land. The Bulls challenge. I don't think they're going to win this.
This is the absolute best.
57-51. The Bulls are down by 6. There's a minute 53 to go in the second quarter, and there's a challenge happening right now. The challenge is over. Call overturned. Wow. A rare dub for Billy Donovan on the challenge. He usually does not win those. I'm impressed. They're going to jump ball. Olbrich is going to jump against Mark Williams, and the tip goes to the Suns. Booker kicks it out to Jalen Green for 3, and he misses it. Rebound to Olbrich. Gets it to Mac McClung, who races up. Mac McClung crosses over, gives it up to Olbrich. Olbrich sets a pick for Leonard Williams, who gets it back to Okoro. Okoro drives, and the floater is good from Isaac Okoro. Jalen Green, step back jumper is good. Cash money, baby. 59-53. The Bulls cannot seem to close this distance. They give it up to Leonard Miller, who kicks it out to Olbrich. Olbrich to Trey Jones. Trey Jones gets to the rack. He scores and one. He's like a lightning bolt when he decides to go to the rim, man. He's so smart with the way he just attacks the basket. He always finds a crease, and he knows just where to go. I don't even know who fouled him, but he did a good job of making it look like he got pushed. Trey Jones hits the free throw, and we're back down to a 3-point deficit, 59-56. Trey Jones has 15 points, 11 in this quarter. Big quarter for Trey Jones. Devin Booker drives and gets called or gets a foul. Do I feel like the Bulls can pull it off today? If you want me to be honest, my man, I don't. I just don't think we have enough. The Suns have much more talent than us on the court today. If the Bulls win, man, it'll be all heart, because, I mean, I'm just trying to be honest. Yeah, I can read that chat, Faith. But yeah, keeping it real, I just don't feel the Bulls have enough firepower today. But they're keeping it close for now, and you never know, man. If they keep it close the entire game, you could always pull something out at the end. But there's no doubt that the Suns are the most talented team on the four, out of the two of them. Trey Jones drives, kicks out to Olbrich. Olbrich gives it up to Trey Jones. Trey Jones drives, gives it out to Leonard Miller. Leonard Miller drives baseline. He throws a turnover. Leonard Miller, don't get into the habits of your teammates by jumping up in the air without knowing where you're going to go with the ball. It's a terrible habit to have. It's something Kobe White did all the time. All right, Jalen Green calls everyone off. Jalen Green crosses over, pump fake, shot is good. Jalen Green is front running like crazy, boy. He knows the Bulls aren't very good, and he's playing like it. Mac from downtown, he misses. And that'll be halftime. The Bulls are going to half down by 7, 63-56. And yes, I can read that chat, Faith. Quarter brick, half a brick, whole brick. Hey, quarter pound, half a pound, whole pound. Okay. I'm booming. I'm bunking. I'm serving all the babies. Rap game easy, but the dope game gravy. All right. I will go through the stats for halftime, my friends. Pull up in this spider, strapped up like MacGyver. Kush fucking turned up, but I'm not a pilot. Smoking Kush is smiling and drinking while he driving. To get you, please excuse me, Holmes. All my goons got jewelry on. All right, here we go. Faith, I just mentioned you mute multiple times. What are you talking about? I literally said it twice that you could see your chat on the screen. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, okay. No, I saved my mute for people like Mark K. People that deserve to get muted. All right. So, here are the stats for today's game. For the Bulls, anyway. Who cares about the Suns? Suns are just here, all right? We care about the Bulls. Nobody cares about the Phoenix Suns. If you are a Suns fan that's here, I do appreciate you. And if we do have Suns fans in the chat, I'll actually be nice and give you the stats for the Suns. But you got to tell me that you're here. Otherwise, I'm going to assume there's no Suns fans here, and I'm not going to talk about them at all. All right. Yabba dabba doo, Yabasele. At halftime, he's got 13 minutes, 3 points, 1 of 4 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3. He's got 3 rebounds, and 1 turnover. I mean, pretty nondescript half from Yabasele. I would like to see him do more on the boards. I mean, he's just kind of out there right now. And by the way, he just recently came out and said, "Oh, he doesn't know why everyone's saying that he's going to go to France. His number one goal is to stay in the NBA." Huh? Because I'm pretty sure that he literally negotiated with the Knicks to get his last year taken off because he said he wanted to go back to France. I don't know why. I don't know what game he's playing. If he actually just likes being in Chicago, we would have to re-sign him for him to come back. I'm not. I wouldn't do it if it's just me. In my opinion, I don't. I mean, maybe if you can get him back for like $5 million a year or something really cheap, but I'm not paying him any more than like dirt cheap. Like I don't know. I don't care for Yabusele's game. Isaac Okoro, 16 minutes, 6 points, 3 of 4 from the field, 0 of 1 from 3-point land, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 1 steal. I mean, that's an Okoro stat line. He was out there. That's the best thing I could say for him. He wasn't a negative. I mean, technically he was a -4, but he played fine. He wasn't anything special though. And I will say he's supposed to be guarding Booker, and Booker's still going off. Booker's got he's got 11. Jalen Green is lifting shots like he's got no tomorrow. Holy crap. He's 8 of 14. No other player on the Suns has double-digit shots. He's got 14. Yeah, he's really just a hustle guy. He's a guy that mucks up the game because he does hustle a lot. So he gets steals and he gets stuff like that because he's a very big hustler. He does a good job on the boards, better than Yabusele, but he's not good at anything offensively, except for maybe passing. Like I've seen him make some nice passes, but you're not really looking for that out of your center. So and the Bulls definitely don't look for that out of their center. So It's unfortunate, but yeah, he's just out there for hustle, man, at this point. Um the Bulls also have Leonard Miller, who was the star of the first quarter. The two quarters were really starred by two different Bulls players. The first quarter was starred by Leonard Miller, and the second quarter was starred by Trey Jones. Um, Leonard Miller for the half, 20 minutes. He had more minutes than any other player on the Bulls. Finally, Billy Donovan. It only had to take this many games for you to realize that Leonard Miller, other than Josh Giddey and Matas Buzelis, Leonard Miller should be getting the most Bulls minutes. Period. End of story. He's the best Bull on the team right now, other than Josh Giddey, Matas Buzelis, and Trey Jones. I'll say Trey Jones is better than him. But other than that, every other Bull should not play more than Leonard Miller. Ever. Including Isaac Okoro, including Patrick Williams for sure, including any of these other guys. It's Leonard Miller. Leonard Miller, I didn't finish his stat line. 20 minutes, 12 points, 5 of 7 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3, 1 of 1 from free throw, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 turnovers, and 2 of his 6 rebounds were offensive. He had a -4 on the court. Don't even care about that. Like, I'm not even listening to that. Leonard Miller was a dog. A dog. 5 of 7 from the field with 6 rebounds, 12 and 6 at halftime. Like, he's on pace for a 24 and 12 game. That's a great game for Leonard Miller. I love this kid, man. He's just got so much potential to me. He's only scratching the surface. He's only now just getting minutes. He never got minutes till he got to Chicago. And now we're giving him minutes and he's producing. Imagine what this kid might be with a full season under his belt. Like, I'm not saying that he's going to be anything more than, I'll say this. For a long time there, even though I was impressed by him, I thought that his ceiling was probably just being a rotation player. A good one, but just a rotation player. I'm starting to change my mind. He's been way too consistent, so good on the offensive boards, good defense, always in the right spot at the right time. I'm starting to think he could be a low-end starter. I mean, why not? With more practice, why not? You know? I don't see why not. Then okay, we'll move on. We've got Colin Sexton. He did not have his finest half in the first half. Tough half for him. 15 minutes, 8 points, 2 and 9 from the field, 1 of 4 from downtown, 3 of 4 from the free throw line, 2 rebounds, 3 turnovers, 2 steals. I mean, not bad, but not great. Especially the shooting percentages. Like, we need him to shoot better. When Sexton has 8, that's a bad sign for the rest of the team. Let's hope that he could pick it up in the second half. Trey Jones has 15 points, 6 of 7 from the field, 0 of 1 from 3, 3 of 3 from the free throw line, 1 rebound, 5 assists, 2 turnovers, 1 steal. Trey Jones is an absolute dog. Him and Trey Jones and Leonard Miller combined to go 11 of 14 from the field. Just let them have the ball every time. Like, good things are happening when those two end the possession. I'll just put it that way. And that goes for Trey Jones's 5 assists too. Like, he's just over there doing it, man. He's doing it. All right, we're not back yet. I'm going to zoom through the bench stats, all of them in a row, and then I'll talk about them all together at once. Patrick Williams, 13 minutes, 2 points, 1 of 4 from the field, 0 of 3 from 3, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 1 block, 1 steal. I'll say this, at least he's being productive across the board. A little bit. Not a lot of bit, but a little bit. He was still a -8, which was the worst on the team. Go figure. Then you got Lachlan Obrich, who had 11 minutes, 1 point, 0-1 from the field, 1-2 from the free throw line, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 steal. Mac McClung had 4 minutes. He had 2 points. He was 0-2 from the field. They were both threes. He was 2-2 from the line. And he also had 1 steal. Rob Dillingham had 9 minutes. He scored 4 points, 2-4 from the field, 0-2 from 3, no free throws. He had 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and that was it. And then Yuki Kawamura had 5 minutes. He scored 3 points, 1-2 from the field. They were both threes, 1 rebound, 2 assists, and that was it. So they were all average. All of them. Every single one of them was average. I wouldn't say any of them even played, like, they all played normal. I wouldn't say any of them played bad. The only player that's playing bad right now in that half, the only 2 players, in my opinion, are Yabusele and Sexton. Everyone else played pretty good. That's the reason why they're only down by 7, even though they're the much less talented team. The Bulls are also only shooting 21% from 3. That's literally why they're losing. They're 4 of 19 from 3. Their bench is 3, 5, 7, 9. 1 of 9 from 3. The bench needs to get their head out of their ass when it comes to the 3-pointer. Like, for real. The Bulls are 83% at the line, 10 of 12. The Suns are 6 of 8 for 75%. The Bulls have turned it over 10 times, but luckily for them, the Suns have turned it over 11 times. The Suns have gotten up 3 more shots than the Bulls, which is a problem because the Suns are also shooting 53%, while the Bulls overall are shooting 48%. So if you get 3 more shots and you score a higher percentage, you're going to be in good shape. And that's it for the stats. Defensively, it's like whoever is guarding Jalen Green is getting absolutely toasted. Cinnamon Toast Crunch, baby. Don't ask me what the relation is there. The word toast was in the name and I just said it. But Cinnamon Toast Crunch is fire, and it is the GOAT of cereals. And if you don't agree with that, you're wrong, and you're probably going to go straight to hell. Just kidding. Just kidding. Let's hope that there's not any... I'll pass on what I was going to say. I don't want to offend anybody. All right. What do we got in the comments? Remember when someone out here said they want Mac and Yuki on the floor at the same time? Their dreams have come true over the past week. Yes. But we'll see. Someone on here said that they wanted Mac and Yuki to play 30 minutes apiece. That was what they said, which was just not realistic. They want Billy Donovan to tank too. And that's I don't know why people keep believing or they keep saying things like they make insinuations as if the coaches tank. Coaches don't tank. Organizations tank. Players and coaches play to win. As they should. That keeps the sanctity of the game. Washington down 5, Memphis down 6, Bulls down 7, Toronto down 8. Ain't that something? They lost them points at the free throw line. All right, we're back. Colin Sexton's bringing the ball up the floor. There's been 10 lead changes, 8 ties. Each team has had a lead of 7. Okoro gets the ball in the corner. Oh, he puts Dylan Brooks on his ass. Yabusele for 3, and he cashes it. Okoro jab stepped, and Dylan Brooks totally took a fall. It looked terrible. It looked like Okoro broke his leg. All right, Dylan Brooks has the ball, so his leg is okay. Step through. He gets blocked from behind by Patrick Williams, but they call a foul. Sorry, he got blocked from behind by Leonard Miller. I think I said Patrick Williams. That's how much I hate him. He's on my brain. You said, should you take the Bulls? No. I'm sorry that I didn't get to this comment in time. I hope you didn't. This is not. Look, I believe in the Bulls. I love the Bulls. I always believe they can win games that they shouldn't win. But the Bulls are missing so much talent today. Today's not the day to put money on their win. In my opinion, I cannot, in good conscience, tell you to do it. I know that they have great odds. Like, you can win a lot of money if you take them, but Leonard Miller misses from 3. Damn, we needed that, Leonard Miller. The Bulls are down by 6, 65-59. Devin Booker gets the ball, baseline jumper. He cashes it. Devin Booker is about to turn into a beast. Yabusele for 3. He misses. Long pass down to Mark Williams for easy 2. How do you let Mark Williams cherry pick you? He's a center, man. Get back on D. Get your head out of your ass. The Bulls are all just like that. Bulls are down by 10. Bulls 59. Suns 69. Nice. Now that the chat's busy, how are you all doing today? How's your Easter? Look, I'm a Bull. Yeah, Yabusele blows. Yabba Dabba Doo is not good. Boo Boo, as Sal calls him. That was. Ooh, I just did a raging bull emoji. Ooh, that's staying a little bit. Got some new peeps up in here. Welcome to the stream. We're here to watch the Bulls get their ass kicked, but we'll be positive about it. Because, my friends, we're going to get Caleb Wilson, all right? We're going to speak it into existence. The Bulls are going to get a top 4 pick, and they're going to get Caleb Wilson. And then we are all going to party in the streets like it's 1999 because the Bulls are going to be back with Caleb Wilson completing the big 3 with Giddey and Buzelis. We're going to start stunting on hoes and hitting the gritty on corpses. I thought that the Bulls were going to get wrecked by Mark Williams today. I'm surprised he doesn't play that much for them. Also, where's Kaman Maluwach? Is he hurt? I didn't think the Suns drafted him so that they could just not play him. They should have just let us have him. It's some BS. We needed him. Trey Jones has the ball. He gives it up to Yabba Dabba Doo. Gives it up to Leonard Miller. Back to Yabusele. Yabusele drives. Gets the ball swiped away from him. He loses it. Annoying. Trey Jones is making his case for why it should be Bulls ball, but I guess not. All right, Jalen Green has the ball, bringing it down. He gives it to Devin Booker. Devin Booker back to Jalen Green. Jalen Green to Dylan Brooks. Dylan Brooks jab steps, crosses over, pulls up a mid-range jumper, and he bricks it. Rebound to Colin Sexton. Colin Sexton drives straight to the basket. He gets fouled. The shot got rejected into the 20th row, but it doesn't matter because he got fouled. Love the aggressiveness by Colin Sexton. We need him to have a big half. Those City jerseys are so sick that the Bulls are wearing. They're so fresh. So fresh and so clean. Can't nobody. Oh. Sexton makes the first. Ain't nobody fresh as me. He makes the second. 69, nice, to 61. Bulls down by 8. 9:45 to go in the third quarter. Devin Booker gives it up to Jalen Green, who shoots an air ball. Rebound to Yabusele. He gives it up to Trey Jones. Trey Jones races down. He gets fouled, and he hits the shot. And one. I don't know. There's not many players I've watched in a Bulls uniform who have a softer touch while they're going full speed at the rim than Trey Jones. He always knows just how to put the right amount of touch on that ball. It's not easy. If anyone's played basketball, like hitting a layup like that, especially with contact, is not easy. Oh, Trey Jones steals it from Mark Williams. He almost turns it over himself, but he gets the ball to Colin Sexton to get it to Patrick Williams. Patrick Williams gets it to Sexton, or sorry, that was a Coro. He misses the three. Damn it. That would have been huge. The Bulls are down by 5. They fouled Devin Booker while he's shooting. Devin Booker's a pro at knowing when he's about to get contact. You got to play him straight up, man. Crazy, great steal by Trey Jones, man. $69 to 64. Mala watches G League. Man, he wouldn't be G League on our team. He'd be playing. We could use him. Devin Booker misses the pull-up jumper. Yabusele gets the rebound. They push it up. Patrick Williams for 3. Brick City. He's a brick house. Jalen Green throws a pass to Mark Williams. He scores. Oh my God, no. Sexton dribbles right into contact. The Suns turn it over on the fast break. Really stupid play by them. Root beer? Yeah, this is just what happens when you don't have any. Like, the Bulls are playing without any stars right now, man. Like, there's no one on the team that's going to demand the ball. Trey Jones is by far our best player tonight, but he's not a 3-point shooter. So, yeah, it just kind of ends up becoming Yabusele because he's like the one guy that's not afraid Like, he has so much confidence in himself, dude. It's actually crazy. It's not really a good thing because he hasn't really shot well enough to earn that kind of confidence. But Yabusele, clearly in his mind, is a complete baller and has the right to pull up from anywhere. Since Giddey, Buzelis, and Giddey failed to lead the Bulls to the playoffs, I think they should be bet. Oh my God. I'm not bringing up any of your comments anymore. The Bull. I don't have the energy. I don't have the. I can't. I can't take that serious. What are we doing here? The Bulls were never trying to make the playoffs this year. It's funny to me. The casual fans are always so funny. The organization literally tanked at the trade deadline. I'm curious why, Todd. I'm not sure what you mean by root beer, though. Root beer? Oh, snap. We got the Lovables. They're snapping off. This my shit. All the girls chop a beat like this. Few times I've been around that track, but it's not just gonna happen like that, cause I ain't no holla back boy. All right, here we go. Come on, let's start the game back up. All right, here we go. Sexton takes a pick from Yabusele, gives it up to him. Patrick Williams crosses over, gets into the lane, misses the layup. They miss the rebound. Oh man, Patrick Williams, you are a human tank commander. I'll tell you what. Mark Williams with an easy dunk. All right. Who is this? Who has the ball? Is that Dillingham? Dillingham's spin move misses the running or the fadeaway jumper. Jalen Green drives. They call a foul. Oh my God, man. The Suns are getting a foul call every time they drive to the basket. It's actually pretty annoying. I know they're better, man, but the refs are like bailing them out a little bit. It's crazy. Yeah, I don't know if he will though, man. He's had a lot of time to add a 3-point shot to his game. It doesn't seem to be like something he really wants to do. Dylan Brooks hits a little fadeaway jumper. Suns are now up by 11. Yabusele gives it up to Dillingham. Dillingham turns it over. Come on, Dillingham. Suns for 3. They miss. Yabusele with the rebound. Patrick Williams brings the ball up to court. Gives it up to Okoro for 3. He cashes it. Big 3 for Okoro. No, sorry, that was Sexton. The Afros are throwing me, bro. Sexton for 3. Dylan Brooks with the he misses the point blank shot. Sexton with the rebound. He pushes it up to Dilly Bar. Dilly Bar gives it up to Pat Williams for 3. Why are you lifting that shot from so far behind the arc all the time, Patrick Williams? I hate you. I hate you. Oh my God, I hate you. Sexton playing defense against Dylan Brooks. Dylan Brooks falls for an easy. Why do you do that? Yabusele got the rebound, gives it up to Sexton, gives it up to Dilling Bar back to Sexton. Sexton gets it to Patrick Williams. He gets it back to Okoro. Okoro gets the ball stolen from him. There's some chippiness going on in this game. Suns are getting mad at Colin Sexton. Colin Sexton's being a pain in their ass. Do you think the Portland Trailblazers can defeat this Suns team? It'll give us a first round pick. What do you mean? They don't have to beat the Suns. Do you like the Blazers will have 2 shots if they stay where they're at. They'll play the Suns for the 7th seed, and then they'll play whoever wins the 9-10 game for the 8th seed. I don't think they have they could lose to the Suns as long as they beat whoever comes out of the 9-10 game. They're reviewing this for a flagrant possibility. Sexton got called for a clear path foul. Oh, Sexton. I never blocked you, Raymond. If you want another championship, it's going to be on the backs. Like, I don't know how to tell you that Giddey and Buzelis are our best chance, like, by far. Ask anybody. It doesn't have to be just me. Ask anybody. Ask any other Bulls fans. Josh Giddey's averaging the 3rd most assists in the league and is the top rebounding guard in the league. The amount of disrespect he gets is insane. I don't understand it. The Bulls were never trying to win this year. Like, they didn't give those guys any help. They were carrying all season. Suns get an easy dunk. Leonard Miller comes all the way down and hits an easy layup. Leonard Miller's got 14 points. He is 6 of 9 from the field. Nice. $79-69. Bulls are down by 10. Feels like 20, though, doesn't it? Jalen Green gets to the rack. He misses. Rebound to Dillingham. Dillingham to Olbrich. Olbrich to Okoro for 3. Misses. Really needed that 3. Okoro is so bad on offense. Oh my God. Devin Booker just walks down and calmly knocks down a 3. Great pick by Olbrich. He knocked that dude right in the mouth. Trey Jones drives to the rack and he scores. Dude, Olbrich laid a crazy pick on that dude. Can we get a replay of that? Who took that pick from him? That was nasty. Olbrich set a pick at half court, and the Suns defender ran right into it and buckled. That was brutal. Well, I've got one thing to say, Bulls fans. And that's all I got to say about that. 82-71. Suns are up by 11. It's Suns ball. Devin Booker gets fouled by Olbrich. Devin Booker is kind of a crybaby. Are they in the bonus? Oh my God. Lockie, that's a terrible foul, man. You can't be putting people on the line with 3:47 to go in the third quarter. Yeah, I would agree, Forex. I mean, they don't have the talent out there today, so they're trying. They're trying hard. They're just not good enough, and that's okay. Trey Jones penetrates. He almost throws it away, but Gillespie bailed him out actually by touching the ball. Dillingham's going to inbound the ball. Booker's got 20. Trey Jones drives to the rack, misses, but Lockie with the rebound. He gets the ball to Dillingham. Dillingham with the reverse layup, beautiful reverse layup. Dillingham drives me nuts, dude, because he'll make some really nice plays and make some crazy shots. Other times he plays like he has the IQ of a friggin' pea. Devin Booker gives it up to Grayson Allen for three. He misses. Rebound to Okoro. He kicks it up to Trey Jones, who gets the easy layup. Bulls are down by 9, 75-84. The effort is good, man. The effort is good. They're playing their ass off out here. Trey Jones has 22. Booker gives it back to Grayson Allen has the ball now. Back to Gillespie for three. Clank. He misses it. Rebound to Trey Jones. He gets it up to Leonard Miller. Leonard Miller drives to the rim. He gets called for an offensive foul. Are we sure he wasn't in the circle? Can I get a replay? No, he was out of it, but I feel like his feet were kind of moving. I don't know. Leonard Miller was definitely trying maybe a little too hard there to get to the rack. 84-75, Bulls down 9. Booker raises up for a mid-range shot. He misses. Rebound to Dillingham. Dillingham races up the court, backs it out. Smart. That was a smart play, Dillingham. There you go. Dillingham kicks it over to Trey Jones, kicks it to Leonard Miller for three. Cash money, baby. Here we go. The Bulls are making a little run. Devin Booker drives. He traveled. Where's the foul? Where's the travel? He like hopped. Since when are you allowed to do that? Yeah, what the hell? He hot. He went up in the air like he was going to shoot and came back down. Where's the travel? What is this garbage? The refs just bailed him out. They called a jump ball? That's trash. The Suns win. Gillespie has the ball. He shoots the mid baseline. He misses. He kind of bailed the Bulls out there. That was a bad shot. This unit on the floor is actually making shit happen. Leonard Miller gets the ball, kicks out. Trey Jones for three. Oh, we needed that. Ulbrich with the rebound. Great rebound. Dillingham for three. He cashes it. The Bulls are down by three, y'all. 84-81. The kids fired up on the sideline. 10-0 run in the last 2 minutes. The Bulls, man, they are not quitting. You got to respect the effort. Devin Booker trying to draw the foul. He doesn't get it. He misses. The Bulls are coming back down. Dillingham, that's what I'm talking. Oh, he gets a foul. Dillingham went to the rack, and he got the foul call. He's lucky because the layup was not even close. That's honestly a pretty soft call. I mean, I'll take it as a Bulls fan. Oh, Dillingham, he misses the free throw. Come on, bro. I mean, if Ulbrich isn't going to make it, then I feel like he's just playing to his strengths. If he's not going to make the shot, then I respect him passing it out. It's kind of the opposite of Yabusele and Richards, who shoot the ball every time they get the ball down there. I'm okay with Ulbrich just getting the rebound and passing it out, especially if he knows he's going to miss it. Oh, Ulbrich, no. You're playing good out there. Don't get too aggressive. He's all red, dude. His effort is crazy. He's beat red. He's playing his ass off. The Bulls are only down by 2, but Booker is now at the line. Yeah, early game today, Slayer. The Bulls started at 2:30 Chicago time. It's because it's a holiday, and because it's a Sunday. The NBA does have early games on Sundays. Hi, I'm Margie. Seen your like on Facebook. Devin Booker makes both free throws. We've got a 4-point ball game with 50 seconds to go in the third quarter. This game has changed dramatically in an instant. Trey Jones gets it over to Leonard Miller. Back to Trey Jones. Trey Jones drives and gets the shot blocked by Iguodaro, whatever his name is. He looks like an 80s gigolo. He's got that ugly mustache. Inbound to Ulbrich. Gets it to Leonard Miller. Leonard Miller crosses over. Gets it out to Okoro. You got to shoot. Oh, he gets lucky. Throws it up and he scores. Jolie, you can't do that, Jolito. You can't. The players and coaches don't do it. The Suns need to win the ball game. That's what needs to happen. We shouldn't have to do the Suns any favors. You can't insult the players by doing that, man. That sends the wrong message. The Suns are more than capable of winning this ball game. Devin Booker for 3, he misses it. What happened? They call a foul? Looked like the clock never ran or something. No. Something happened. I don't know. Did they call a foul there? Wow. Oh, they called a foul underneath on the rebound. Ulbrich getting a little too aggressive. Iguodar at the line. Clanky misses it. I just don't believe in that, Jolito. I don't believe in it. And besides, like, I don't know, like, that's not how it's supposed to work. Organizations tank, coaches and players don't. To me, that sends a bad message to your locker room. Like, the minute you start manufacturing losses, you're not a serious organization. The Bulls are bad enough to just lose normally. Like, we don't have any of our good players. Like, Giddey and Buzelis are sitting. It's crazy if we have to sit Trey Jones against a playoff team to ensure a loss. I just don't believe in it, man. I don't believe in manufacturing losses. I think there's a big difference between being bad and making sure that you lose on purpose. I believe in being bad to acquire a good pick. I don't believe in manufacturing losses though. I know, and that's a Phoenix problem to me. It's not a Bulls problem. I'm just a fan of, like, the organization already did so much to make sure that we sucked. I'm just a fan at that point of letting the losses and the wins be the way that they're supposed to be. Play the players, and what happens happens. Yeah, she might have left, Mom. I'm not sure. She just liked the post, so that's why I said hi, because I could see who likes my stuff on Facebook. I'll give you guys a stat update here. I'm proud of the way the Bulls are playing, man. They're playing their ass off. We're already coming back, but all right, never mind. We're back started. Sorry about that, guys. All right. Damn, the Bulls only allowed 23 points in that quarter. That ends a streak of 29 straight quarters of allowing 25 plus. That's crazy. Dillingham has the ball. He turns it over. I know that that's what fans want, Jolito, but I just don't think it's reality, and I don't think it should be reality. I don't think I don't think there's scoreboard watching over there, and I don't think Billy Donovan's been told to make sure that he loses. So I don't think that's what's going to happen. Trey Jones crosses over, gets it out to Leonard Miller. Back to Trey Jones for three, cashes it. Damn. Trey Jones is having himself a ball game. 90 to 87. 10:45 to go in the fourth quarter. Gets it over to Jalen Green. Jalen Green kicks it out to Gillespie. Back over to Dylan Brooks. Dylan Brooks stalls. Guarded by Trey. Dylan Brooks goes to the rack and scores. 92 to 87. Bulls are down by 5. Leonard Miller comes around to pick. Gets it back to Dillingham. Dillingham drives, gets it out to Trey Jones. Trey Jones drives and gets his shot blocked Rebound to the Suns. 92-87. Dylan Brooks for 3. Clanks it. That was ugly as hell. Rebound to Leonard Miller. Gets over to Trey Jones. Trey Jones walks right into a 3. Misses it. Still a 5-point ball game. 9:48 to go in the fourth quarter. Jalen Green has the ball guarded by Patrick Williams. Jalen Green crosses over, goes baseline, gets stopped, gets it over to Iguodar, gets it over to Dylan Brooks. Dylan Brooks guarded by Dillingham. Dylan Brooks pulls up, misses. Yabusele with the rebound. Yabusele brings the ball up the court, gives it over to Leonard Miller. Leonard Miller gets it back to Yabusele, who gets fouled. Slayer, I'm not sure what you mean. The direction is for us to go is this off season. What do you mean by no direction? We've clearly pushed our chips into the off season. I feel like that's been pretty clear. There's a lot of criticisms of AK, but I don't agree with the no direction thing. We think our direction's been pretty obvious. We're completely pushing towards a new team. Oh, Sexton misses the bank shot, deflects off of him, Suns ball. But yeah, the direction to me is that we're moving towards youth, right? And that we're trying to suck for the rest of the year so that we can get a good draft pick. And it's all about this offseason. Sexton with a great steal. Sexton goes in and scores. You should have given it up to Mac. Mac would have done a highlight reel dunk. Royce Neal for 3, cashes it. 95-89. Bulls are down by 6. 8:35 to go in the fourth quarter. Wow, Jalen Green, that's how you feel? He just trucks Colin Sexton. Colin Sexton is in these guys' minds rent-free. They're mad at him. This shit's hilarious. Leonard Miller sitting down. I want to see him come back, though. Colin Sexton gets the ball to Yabusele. Hand it off to Isaac Okoro. Isaac Okoro lays it up. Gets a friendly bounce by the rim. 95-91. Bulls are down by 4. 8:10 to go in the fourth quarter. Dylan Brooks backs down. Sexton fadeaway jumper, and it falls. Sexton has the ball, bringing the ball to court. He backs it out, gets it over to Patrick Williams. Patrick Williams does a bunch of dancing, gets fouled. I wanted to see more of Mark Williams tonight. I'm sad that the Suns aren't playing him that much. He's got 12 points, 6 rebounds. Mac McClung gets out to Patrick Williams, over to Isaac Okoro for 3. Or no, that was Sexton. Sexton for 3. Bangs it. And he's running his mouth, baby. 97-94. Bulls are down by 3. 7:25 to go in the fourth quarter. I love Colin Sexton, man. He is the absolute player that you hate when you're an opposing team or an opposing fan. But when he's on your team as a fan or a player, you love him. He was talking shit as that ball was falling. I love it. I love that we're playing Mac McClung. Respect the G League MVP, baby. All right. Booker gets it out to Goodwin. Goodwin smooth hits a three. Inbound to Mac McClung. 7 minutes to go. Bulls down by 6. Mac McClung drives, gets it up to Patrick Williams, and he scores with the and one. Great dish by Mac McClung. I understand Slayer, but you can't just not try to go for draft picks just because you had a bad draft pick in Patrick Williams. Patrick Williams hits the free throw, down by 3 again, and 197. The Bulls will not go away. Jalen Green drives and scores. 102-97. Bulls down by 5. Mac McClung has the ball, crosses over. He's shifty, man. He gets to the rack and he gets fouled. I really like what I'm seeing from Mac tonight. He's fast. He toasted Goodwin on that crossover, man. Like he toasted him. He actually probably didn't get fouled, but they called it anyway. We're not calling him the Paw of Faith. Stop that. He hasn't earned that shit. It's sad that a 5-point game from Patrick Williams is the best game that he's had in like 3 weeks. My brother, he is still 2 of 8 from the field tonight. 0 of 5 from 3. I'm not willing to give him credit. That was a nice move. I'll give him credit for the individual move. It was a good finish. But that was really all set up by Mac McClung driving and giving Pat a free lane to the basket. This is a fun game on Easter Sunday. Mac is his ability as a defender is always going to, kind of limit him, but his shiftiness, like what he just did to Goodwin, was notable to me. Goodwin's a starting player in the NBA. He's going to be a top 50 free agent this offseason. And Mac McClung just left his ass in the dust. I mean, he toasted him. I feel like there's room for Mac McClung in the NBA. Just someone needs to give him his shot. I know why he got the nickname, bro. But yeah, I mean, I'm willing to give Pat credit for individual plays, but his play overall over the last like 4 weeks has been ass. But that was a nice play. He got the and one. I'll give him credit. Damn, the Bulls got the Wizards twice this week. It's going to be hard to lose to them twice. They suck. Mac at the free throw line, misses the first. Mac, you can't mess up this time. These are your opportunities. You got to make the most of it. Second free throw is up and good. I understand Jolito, but look, man, like I said, I'm just a fan of letting the cards fall where they may. The Bulls, they're not good already. Damn, Colin Sexton misses. Like, they're not going to win tonight, dude. I don't think they are. I just don't feel like we should have to manufacture losses. That's all. Jalen Green misses the pull-up jumper. Rebound to Sexton. Sexton's bringing the ball up to court. Sexton over to Okoro. Okoro drives, pump fakes, gets to Mac McClung. Mac McClung with the reverse layup. Look at that. What a shot by Mac. That was not easy. Love it. Love the cut. Love the finish. Look at you go, Mac. G League MVP, baby. Devin Booker just comes back down and nails a three. He said, Mac who? We talking about McDonald's? 107 to 100. Suns up by 7. Mac McClung for 3. He gets fouled. Goodwin was tired of Mac toasting his ass like a. I think Mac might have flopped a little bit there. He sold that. Did the Suns challenge? They challenged that quick. Hot take: Jeremy Lin to 2012 Knicks is what Mac McClung is to the 2026 Bulls. It would. That's I understand what you're saying. I feel like it's even that's going to get overturned. I don't think that he. I think that Mac flopped a little bit there. Oh, they did call it a flagrant. Wow. Holy shit. I thought that was going to be the same as Booker's earlier, but I guess not. I mean, and to your point, Jolito, they've sat Trey for the last, 5 minutes? So I don't think Billy's left Mac in this entire fourth quarter. I don't think he's really trying his hardest. Mac. He misses the first. Come on, Mac. You gotta make these. You're a G League MVP. Stop messing around. He makes a second. The Bulls are gonna get the ball back too, aren't they? That's nuts. He cashes the second. So Mac makes 2 out of 3 free throws, 7 points, 5 in this quarter. Trey Jones back in the ball game. Trey Jones gets over to Mac. Mac McClung, jab step. He drives, gets it up to Yabusele for 3. He misses. Oh, but the rebound goes to Sexton. Sexton to Okoro for 3. He misses. Oh my God, that would have been huge. 107 to 102. Bulls down 5. Okoro stinks on offense, man. Okoro against Booker. Fadeaway jumper. Devin Booker's so good, y'all. He's so good. Cashes it. Mac McClung drives. Mac McClung to the rack. Look at that. Mac McClung, baby. Mac attack. The Mac McClung game. Bulls down by 5. Booker gets to the front and he misses. Oh, charge. Oh, Grayson Allen gets a block called on Okoro. Man, that was a good play by Okoro. Why isn't that a charge? I think that's a charge, dude. Come on. Well, their Suns are taking it outside out. Grayson Allen, he throws it away. Sexton coming back. He gets it to Trey Jones. Trey Jones spin move. He scores. Just like that. 3-point ball game. 109 to 106. The Chicago Bulls will not say die tonight, boy. Woo-wee. Trey Jones. I know that people will be mad if the Bulls win, man, but call me an idiot, call me whatever you want, but I can't get mad at the Bulls playing with this much heart, man. I just can't. Especially when Mac McClung is doing what he's doing. Love what Mac's doing out there, man. Someone, if it's not us, someone needs to give this kid a real role on a team. I know that he could be a spark plug. Like, I feel like Mac could easily be somebody's like offensive juggernaut off the bench. We're seeing what he's capable of tonight. He's so fast. He's shifty. He can get around defenders quick, and he can move in ways that other players can't because of like their size and their bulkiness doesn't allow them to. But Mac can shift around the corner of a defender and score. When did I ever say that I'm against it? I like Mac. I like Mac a lot. What do you mean I'm rooting for him? I mean, yeah, he's done that in contests, but it's different in game, man. It's different in game. He's been expending energy. Like, dunk contests are like, there's no pressure. It's just different. I do want to see him poster somebody, though. That would be so lit. I'm not against re-signing Mac at all. Maybe we just save our money on shooting guard this year and we play Mac's ass there. How tall is he? He's 6'2"? Man, screw it. I wouldn't mind if we just gave Mac a regular NBA contract and gave him a shot on the team next year. I'm not even kidding, man. The kid, to me, like when you're scoring 50-point games, yeah, I didn't think he was 6'2", but you know what would be amazing if he hit a game-winning shot in this game? I would go absolutely apeshit on camera for you guys. I'll rip my shirt off and spike it on the ground. Words are being exchanged here, my friends. The Suns are super mad at Colin Sexton. He is in their minds, rent free, baby. Can the Bulls pull it off? 109 to 106. 3:44 to go in the fourth quarter. Devin Booker's got the ball. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Devin Booker, guarded by Okoro. He takes it to the middle of the paint. Great defense by Okoro. No foul call. Rebound to Trey Jones. Trey Jones races up the court. He scores the layup just like that. Wow. like a damn lightning bolt up the court. 109 to 108. 1 point Suns lead. Dillon Brooks pulls up the jumper and he scores. Big time shot from Dillon Brooks. Isaac Okoro gets called for an offensive foul. Are you kidding me? You gotta be shitting me, Isaac Okoro. Well, if you want to lose a game, just leave Isaac Okoro. That's a terrible. That is an offensive foul, Okoro. What are you complaining about? That was a foul. You're an idiot. That was so dumb. He did that like he was Michael Jordan or something. Gillespie for 3. He misses. Mac, you got to land and get back for that rebound, bro. Devin Booker's got the ball. He gets to Dillon Brooks. Dillon Brooks has Mac on him. It's a big mismatch. No. That was... Colin Sexton is mad that they called that foul. It looked like it was all ball to me. That was all ball. Oh, my God. I don't think the Bulls have a challenge. If they did, I don't know why they didn't use it right there because that was all ball. Dillon Brooks hits the 3 and he lets the Bulls bench know about it. 114 to 108. Dillon Brooks, you're talking shit to one of the worst teams in the league, bro. We got with our best 2 players out that you've already lost to this season. Yabusele for 3. Need it. Misses it. Oh, but rebound goes to Okoro. Oh. Wow. Leonard Miller missed the point-blank shot and then misses. They didn't call the foul, though. He got fouled. Well, the Bulls are probably going to lose now, and that was their opportunity. Leonard Miller, man, I can't believe that you blew that. That's crazy. Devin Booker for 3. Cash money. And that's all she wrote, folks. 9-point Suns lead. That's an 8-0 Suns lead run. Trey Jones tries taking it to the rack. He gets blocked. That's what happens when you don't have a closer. Give the ball to Mac. I want to see what he could do. Oh, yeah. Grayson Allen is a piece of shit. He's half the reason I want to win so bad. We lost this game, though, because of 2 things. And that was the game. Basketball games come down to such small details. And every possession at the end counts. Isaac Okoro doing that shove was low IQ, so dumb. Like, I can't believe that Isaac Okoro did that. Idiotic play. And the second was Leonard Miller missing that wide open shot under the rim right there. Oh no, Leonard Miller is not doing anything on purpose. He totally got fouled by Dillon Brooks brutally on the second shot back, though. Like, I don't know how the refs don't call that. Dillon Brooks fouled the shit out of him, and they just swallowed their whistle. No, man. The players and the coaches are not trying to tank. Ever. Players have pride, man. Players like to win. And if we have anyone on our team who's willing to lose on purpose, I want them off the team. Leonard Miller for 3. Oh, it almost falls. You're leaving, Ma? Devin Booker gets to the rack. Oh, the Bulls missed the rebound. How do you miss that rebound? Well, that's game. I mean, it was already game anyway, but Dylan Brooks for three. He misses it. Rebound to Sexton. Sexton gets the ball taken from him from behind. You got to be kidding me. Sexton. How do you do that, bro? You let Colin Gillespie just. You can't be like. This is the difference, guys, between starting level players and backups. Colin Sexton's a six man. Isaac Okoro and is out there. He's a bench player on a good team. And the Bulls also missed a lot of threes down the stretch. Okoro missed a wide open three. Yabusele missed multiple wide open threes. What else is new there? And yeah. 38 seconds to go. Trey Jones drives, gets to the rack. He scores, but Yabusele gets the rebound and scores. They're going to intentionally foul. Are we really going to do that, guys? Just take the loss. It's over. I really can't believe that Sexton just let himself get stolen off of like that, though. Milwaukee won, so that puts us 2 games in front of them with 4 to go. Almost clinched the 9th spot. There we go. Love it. It's like I told you, man. We didn't need to try anything extra to lose this game. The Suns are better. They should just win on principle. Okoro misses the 3. Mark Williams gets the rebound. That should about do it. There's about a half a second difference between the shot clock and the play clock. That's game over. It's 5 p.m. I'm going to call you after the show. You're not going to bed right now, are you? That'll do it. 120 to 110. The Bulls fought valiantly. They fought really damn hard, man. Tonight's effort is an effort to be proud of, without a doubt. Proud of what the Bulls did, but they came up short. Honestly, Colin Sexton kind of lost the game for the Bulls tonight with his poor play, and then a couple of bad. Okoro can't shoot for anything. He's 0 of 4 from 3. So the Bulls shooting is really bad, guys. I mean, they shot 10 of 39 from 3. We're gonna get into the post game though. Yes, Joel Frito, you're reading. I did a video called the off-season red prints, and to me, it's just a play on blueprint where I talk about what the Bulls need to do in the offseason at certain positions in order to be good next year. And then before the offseason begins, I'm going to do my master red print episode, which is going to be about like the whole plan I would have. But talking about the center position for my first red print, Mark Williams was one of my options after Kessler and Durant. Kessler and Duran. I think Mark Williams is at the top of the list for me, veteran wise. Obviously, there's some rookies I'm interested in. But Mark Williams is probably my next center. I agree with you that I'm going to try and get him. Dylan Brooks is a gritty and dirty player. We need someone like that. We have no dogs on his team except maybe Matas, but even he isn't that rude. I don't know if you need dirty, dude. You just need players who play hard. I don't need a dirty player though. Like the Bulls when they had Derrick Rose, like they had they had Joakim Noah. They had a guy that just hustled his ass off, but they didn't have dirty guys. I'm not a big fan of the dirty player. I like a guy like Alex Caruso who just plays their ass off, you know? I understand what your point is, but I don't like dirty. I'm not a big fan of dirty. Let's see here. Red print, very weird. Appreciate you. No shooting exactly why I want Mullet in the draft. No polite. I love that. Yeah, I was saying that we should go after Luke Kennard. Um, if we can. I wouldn't even mind Tim Hardaway Jr., man. Obviously, there's guys in the draft too. A guy like Draymond, yeah. I hear what you're saying. I mean, you just think you need guys that play that leave it all out on the court, man. You need guys that, and I think that we have a decent little nice core like Giddey, Buzelis, Miller, Trey Jones, Jalen Smith, Essengay. Like to me, those are your 6 core guys, and I guess you could put Dillingham in there, but really, I would trade Dillingham if someone wanted him. But yeah, so like to me, you have those 6 guys that's your young core, and the rest of these guys can go. If I would like to bring back Mac McClung, he'll be cheap. He's got upside. You never know what he could be. Um, but there's a nice little core here. You just got to add deep. You got to add some defensive dogs. Some guys out there. You need some defensive dogs, and you need shooting. Bad. You need both of those things. So like, I put Tim Hardaway Jr. I said I wouldn't mind getting him. He's a veteran. You got to have vets in the locker room. There's a lot of people who are like, he doesn't fit the timeline. Not every player on the roster needs to be 26 years old or younger. Like sometimes you're gonna have a guy or two they're the vets on the team. They're the guys that you lean on to lead your squads, to lead by example, to coach your players up in certain scenarios that they've been through a million times. Tim Hardaway Jr. would be a perfect fit for that. Um, he set an NBA record this season by having more 7-point 3-point games or more off the bench than anyone else in NBA history. Like that's a dude that can come off your bench and just fill it up. Yeah, but we traded Herder for the tank too. Like Herder was also a free agent this offseason. So and honestly at the time, the Ivy trade was a good one, dude. Like we all thought we were gonna have some upside with that. Nobody seen what was gonna happen coming. So I don't actually I don't put that on anybody. Nobody knew what was gonna happen with Ivy. Sometimes things happen and they're not your fault. But if we had Herder on this team, we would have won more games. So for the soft tank, it was kind of necessary. He actually wasn't very good shooting wise this year either. Like Herder was actually shooting really bad for us. Hold on. Let me see here. He was shooting 31% from 3. Which is really bad. So he's actually only shooting 27% from 3 for the Pistons. So we need better than that. Luke Kennard for the Lakers is super underrated. He's shooting 48% from 3 this year. 48%. That is so insane. It's not even funny. Okay, he's down to 47%. But he's playing 22 minutes a game. So it's not like he's not playing. He's shooting 47% from 3. He also shoots 95% at the line. Give me that guy. I'll take Luke Kennard on the team all day. All day. You run him off of screens all day long. But yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. There's also guys like Keon Ellis. Keon Ellis is like kind of underrated. He's a great defender. Probably wouldn't cost that much. I don't know if the Cavs can bring him back. He's a guy you can maybe get. I would go back after Ayo Dosumu. I would. There's not that many teams with a lot of cap room this offseason. The Bulls will be able to outbid teams if they want to. And it says like that the T Wolves might be able to average IO 15 million. Shit, outbid them. I think 100% IO would come back if you just gave him the bag. Like the Bulls have almost $80 million in money this offseason in cap room. So I'm going after Walker Kessler, and then I'm going after Ayo Dosumu. Those are my two top needs. These guys are bringing up aren't going to want to sign for a rebuilding team, even if the Bulls offer more. I think that's debatable. What if the Bulls get a top 4 pick in the draft? Like, if the Bulls get a top 4 pick in the draft, there's reason to believe that one of those guys, you have a good point. You make a good point. I think if the Bulls got a top 4 pick in the draft, they might be able to sell those guys. But without that, you're probably right. But if you get a top 4 pick, you could be like, hey, look, we got Giddey. Giddey's gonna get you the ball. You're gonna get the ball in your spots. Yeah, I just don't know if they can keep him. What if Denver decides like they're gonna move on? I'm sure if they decide to bring him back that they won't be able to keep him. But like the Lakers, for example, I think you could maybe convince Luke Kennard to come to your team if you have a top 4 pick. And like he's playing with LeBron, how they can't be that much fun. Being LeBron's teammate is exhausting. But like the Bulls were able to get Kyle Korver, for example, like because they had Derrick Rose. I'm hoping that Giddey and Matas, Peyton Watson was on my list. I talked about him. I did 2 Red Print episodes. The second one was about shooting guard, and Peyton Watson was on my episode. I talked about him. I would love to have him, 100%. But why not both, man? Shit. I just like Tim Hardaway Jr. and Luke Kennard are my favorite shooters that are going to be free agents because they shoot a high percentage and they're microwaves. There were some other guys that I talked about. Dude, I don't know. They're saying that they don't know if the Thunder can keep him. If you can get Dort, oh my God. Please. He would be perfect. We need him so bad. They're saying like the stuff I was reading up on him was saying that they don't know if the Thunder are going to be able to keep him. It all kind of depends on how much Dort wants to be paid. If he actually isn't going to go back to the Thunder, dude, I would give Dort so much more than he's actually worth. Would you be willing to go after a guy like John Morant? It's tough. How much? What are you giving up for him? That's the key, right? Like he's not a free agent. You have to trade for him. Like if they're gonna want so much for him, man, I don't know if the Bulls are in a position to give away a lot of assets like that. Because you not only have to sign like Ja, like you'd have to. We need so much more than just Ja. So it depends on what they want, in my opinion. Like I'm not trading our first this year. Period. They can maybe have the first next year, but like we need our picks in this draft badly. This is a deep draft. We have 3 top 40 picks if the Blazers make the playoffs. We need all of them. All of them. But if you can get Ja for some like picks down the road, then sure. I mean, I could see it then. It's scary though. He's got gun problems. He's going to come to Chicago. It's tough, man. It's delicate. Building the culture is delicate. You've seen what happened with Ivy. Why do I think Okoro has such a huge reputation as an elite defender? Something AK referred to him as. He's a good defender. I don't know about elite. He doesn't. To me, he doesn't. He doesn't play defense the way that like Dort or Caruso play defense. Um, Okoro is pretty good defensively, but he's not a stop. He's not like a lockdown defender by any stretch of the imagination, in my opinion. Um, I love that you brought up Peyton Watson. By the way, that makes me really happy. What do you think of Kelly Oubre Jr. for the two guard? How does that tickle your pickle? He's 7. He's 6'7" with a 7 foot, I think, 3 wingspan. Like, if you put him at the two, you'd be long as hell. He wouldn't be that expensive, and he actually upped his 3-point shooting percentage to 37% this year. What say you? As far as we have a lot of seconds to trade. Um, yes, but that's only if teams want them. I'll be honest, man. I kind of want to take players with all those seconds. You could take so many swings at prospects. You can get a bunch of stash guys. Like, sure, if you can trade them, then fine, trade them. But seconds aren't as bad as everyone makes them out to be. They don't have a lot of trade value. They do if you're trading with AK, but um, they you there's a lot of good players that get drafted in the second round, man. Jalen Brunson was a second rounder. Ryan Kalkbrenner was a second rounder. I think the Hornets are playing with 2 second rounders in their rotation right now, and they're both making a difference. Io was a second rounder. Jokic, like, yeah, flipping on Lonzo for Okoro was a W for AK. It was. Um, that being said, Okoro is so bad on offense. I would like Okoro so much more if he was coming off the bench. I wouldn't mind keeping Okoro as long as he's coming off the bench. I hate that he's in the starting lineup. That's my beef because he's so bad offensively. But too many teams, that's a red flag for me. Oh, Kelly Oubre. Yeah, but players get better when they're as they get older. I don't know. The fact that he upped his 3-point shooting percentage this year actually like it said something for me. But you're not kidding though. I mean, he's played on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams. It's true. I guess to me it depends on what his ask is money wise. Cuz I mean, he's averaging 14 points a game on this he's averaging a steal, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. He's shooting 37% from 3. I don't know. I like his length a lot. I guess it would depend on what he's asking for per year. Fair point on the too many teams, but I think for a lot of teams, I think their beef with him might have been how bad of a 3-point shooter he was. Yeah, I do wonder why he's played for so many teams. He's just kind of one of those role players that nobody wants to ever like keep, but he does seem to produce. Just looking at all of his stats, like he always averages at least like 15 points a game, roughly. He actually averaged 20 points a game for the Hornets in 2022, which is impressive. But anyways, let's get to the post game show. All right, I'm gonna start the post game show now. I'm gonna go through the box score like I normally do. Both Michigan guys. I don't know enough about the draft. I gotta dive into the draft to see where those guys would be going. All I know is I want bigs. I want defensive size and bigs. So like I wouldn't even mind if we didn't get a top 4 pick. I wouldn't be mad if both of our picks at center, like both of our like number 9 and whatever the Portland pick would be, like 15 or 16 or whatever. I wouldn't mind if both of them were center. One of them be the starter, the other one be the backup. Best man wins. Just to make sure you get a good center. Because for the love of God, we've got to shore that position up so badly. My dream scenario is Caleb Wilson and Jaden Quintance, the center out of Kentucky that tore his ACL a couple of years ago, but so that's why he didn't have a good year last year. But he's 6'10" with a 7'5" wingspan. And before he got hurt, he was the best defender in the country. Period. Blocking 2.5 shots a game, had a steal a game. He was a defensive nightmare. Put him with Caleb Wilson, and now your defense is transformed instantly. Of course, you're worried a little bit about the ACL, but that's probably the reason that he would fall to the pick. Because right now he's being thought of as like a mid-teens player. Before that, he would have been top 10, easy, before the injury. So, like, there's still people who say he's the best center prospect in this draft. That's why if he falls to that range, I'm taking his ass. All right, I'm going to do the post-game show. We'll go through the box score like we normally do, my friends. And cut. Welcome to the Chicago Bulls Breeze post-game show. We're here to talk about the Phoenix Suns defeating the Chicago Bulls 120-110 in what was surprisingly a very close and competitive game. The Bulls gave it their best shot. They just came up a little bit short. We'll talk about all of the performances on this show. But first, as always, the Bulls really gave it their all, man. And, you know, whether you're on the side of, you know, the pro tank or you're not on the side of the tank, I know that for some, you know, it was getting pretty hairy there at the end where it looked like we might win. But, you know, today to me, it was the best of both worlds. The Bulls gave an awesome effort considering they did not have Josh Giddey or Matas Buzelis. And they lost. Because, you know, you guys know me. I'm not ever rooting for losses. I believe in competition. I believe in you know, trying to win. And if you lose right now, to me, it's like if you lose, great, because we want a good pick. Like, but you know, you always try to win because that's the point of the game. To quote Herm Edwards, you play to win the game, right? So overall, the Bulls they had some nice stuff go on today. There's good stuff to talk about, some bad stuff to talk about, but overall, it was a productive day to me. Today was a game that promoted some development while also still staying the course of keeping that number 9 spot in the draft order and hopefully vaulting into the top 4 with it. But as always, we're going to start at the top of the box score, and I'll move through every player and talk about them accordingly and what they did. At the top, Gershon Yabusele, 32 minutes, 8 points, 3 of 9 from the field, 2 of 6 from 3, no free throws, 9 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 turnovers, 2 of his 9 offensive or 2 of his 9 rebounds were offensive. Minus 12 on the court, which was the worst on the team. And there's a reason for that. Yabusele stinks, everybody. He stinks bad. Look, I'll give him this. He does put a lot of effort out there. I think he's trying really hard. He recently said that he doesn't know why everyone says he wants to go to France after the season. I don't know what that was. I thought for sure that's what he had bargained for when he got that second year knocked off his deal. But now he's saying that he wants to stay in the NBA. That's his main goal. I don't know if that was him pitching for a spot on the Bulls. I'll say this: I don't want him back unless he's getting paid dog shit. Like if he wants to take a $5 million per year offer, sure, but I'm not paying him $10-15 million a year. I'm not. I just think that what you get from Gershon Yabusele, you can get from a lot of big. You can get that from Bol for crying out loud. I don't even know if he's still in the league. But Slayer, you're funny, man. 2 centers in the draft would be great. Love that. Only tank I like are the ones that I hold my water in. I know, Slayer. I know that you've been in the same mindset as me. Is we don't love to see losses on purpose. But I'll say that the Bulls have done the tank right, in my opinion. If you're going to not be good on purpose, and here's what the Bulls did, in my opinion, and I agree with it. They got to the trade deadline and they assessed, are we going to make the playoffs with this team? And even if we did, do we even have a chance to win any games against a 1 or 2 seed? And I think they determined that the answer was no. That's on the team that played all the way until the deadline. And it's on Billy Donovan. But that team wasn't going anywhere. And so they decided to clean house and get assets. And whether or not you think that AK got enough, I know almost all of us don't think that that's the case, especially with the IO trade. But the ultimate goal was to not win many games so that we can get a good draft pick and have a good chance to land in the top 4. And to that extent, the tank has been successful. And the reason I say I think the Bulls have done it right is they tried to win to start the season. It wasn't working out. They pivoted midseason and traded away the assets that were coming up on a contract and got worse intentionally. But then after they got worse intentionally, the coaches and players have tried. They've still tried to win. They've still upheld the integrity of the league by trying every game. And sometimes they've won. Most of the time they've lost. Their record since the trade deadline is abysmal. But you can't say that the Bulls ever lost on purpose. And I love that. I respect that. You know, if there's such a thing as karma, we deserve the karma of getting the first overall pick because we have gone about this thing the way an organization with integrity goes about it, right? So while I understand what you're saying, Slayer, it could result in the Bulls actually taking a big step forward in their rebuild. Because if we get a top pick, if we get a top 4 pick, this thing is much closer than people have been talking. Because Caleb Wilson changes the course of this team. He vaults us forward so far, so fast, it'd be insane. And he's a dog. Caleb Wilson would be perfect alongside Josh Giddey and Matas Buzelis. I keep talking about it because I'm trying to talk it into existence, Bulls fans. So, but we'll keep talking ball. Just had to pull that little thing out. All right. So Yabusele, he's not good, man. 8 points and 9 rebounds. I mean, that's fine. He was all right. The thing was that he shoots too many threes, right? he was 3 of 9 from the field, but 2 of 6 from 3. So he was 1 of 3 from inside the arc. I would say that he needs to shoot more twos, but the problem is that he has no dribble. His dribble drive game is so slow. It's really tough for him to make to get twos because he's not quicker. I don't know, smooth enough to have a post game. But and so like he just doesn't have much of a back to the basket game. He's really a set shooting center. It's all he is. And the problem is that he's not good at it. He continuously misses wide open threes over and over, including one at the end of the game that we needed. If we were going to come back and win, we needed Yabusele to hit that three at the end. He didn't. So here we are. Overall, I'll be ready to move on from him. I don't need to see him playing for the Bulls next year. Isaac Okoro, speaking of Bulls that I don't really want to see playing for us next year, Isaac Okoro played 36 minutes, which was more than any other Bull. 10 points, 5 and 9 from the field, 0 of 4 from 3, which again, he also missed 1 or 2 threes at the end that the Bulls needed him to make if they were going to win. 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 turnovers, 2 steals, 1 block. So from the rest of I'll say this, like he played pretty good as far as an all-around game. He also tried his best against Devin Booker. I mean, Booker still dropped 30, but he did it on 9 of 22 from the field. So Okoro did give him a hard time. I'll give him that. The problem with Okoro for me, I said that I don't want to see him on the Bulls. It's just that he plays so many minutes. He plays so many minutes every time he's healthy. He's always like the leading minutes getter for the Bulls. And I guess I could see it justified because you're trying to get him to stop Booker. But to me, a winning team, Isaac Okoro was getting 20 minutes and it's off the bench. That's what it'd be so much more palatable if he was only getting like 20 minutes per game and, he wasn't forced to be a starter for us. As it is, he's forced to be a starter and he's given enough minutes to make you think that he's supposed to be some sort of fringe star, and he's not. But overall, I mean, he was a -3 on the court. That's not bad. He was all right. He just didn't come up big offensively when we needed him to. He also had 3 turnovers, which was, I mean, we had too many turnovers as a team again. We had 18. The Suns had 15. But you really don't want to see 3 of them coming from Okoro. But it is what it is. I mean, 5 assists is pretty good. He tied for the team lead in assists. Sorry, no. He was 1 below the team lead. But still, that's pretty good. So he wasn't bad tonight. He did a good job from a distribution standpoint. And he actually played great inside the arc. He shot 5 he was 5 of 5 inside the arc. Shot 100% when it wasn't threes. The problem was that he couldn't shoot for shit. But we've known that about Okoro. Let's move on to a player I'm really excited to talk about, and that's Leonard Miller. 33 minutes. All right, 17 points, 7 of 14 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3, 1 of 1 from the free throw line, 10 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 turnovers, and 4 of his 10 rebounds were on the offensive glass. Dog. -10 on the court. I love this kid. Now, I thought he was in line for a much bigger game than this. He started off the game with 12 points in the first quarter, and you thought this kid's going to go for 30 and we're all going to lose our shit. Unfortunately, he would only have 5 points for the rest of the way. And I actually put that a little bit on the rest of the Bulls. Like, you got to get this kid the rock, man. Now, he did miss some easy shots. He missed a bunny at the end. That's another reason that we lost the game. Like, he missed an easy shot right underneath the basket. Unlike him, though, it's not really his reputation. He doesn't miss easy shots almost ever. So overall, and again, he gave you good defense. He gave you hustle. He was in the right spots at the right time. 4 offensive rebounds is incredible. I mean, he had a double double. What more do you want? He played great. He's one of the reasons why we almost won. So I continue to say, I can't wait to see what this kid's gonna look like when he has like an entire season of playing good minutes under his belt, or when if he's given a solid role. Because right now his minutes are so all over the place. He had 33 tonight. I think a lot of that had to do with Matas being out. I just hope that he continues. Please give him 33 every night, Billy. Please. He should. We'll move on to Colin Sexton, who had 31 minutes. He had 18 points. But here's the big thing for him tonight, right? And one of the reasons that we lost: 5 of 16 from the field. That's ass. It's actually probably the worst he has shot in a Bulls uniform since he's gotten this much responsibility. The first few games, he was kind of fringe, not really playing a ton, and his stats were much lower for it. But now that he's kind of especially with Matas out, he was the man tonight, technically, that, scores him and Trey Jones. But 5 of 16 ain't going to cut it, man. That's not good enough. The fact that he had 18 points despite 5 of 16 shooting is actually impressive. He was 3 of 7 from beyond the arc, that's decent. It was the fact that he was 2 of 9 inside the arc. That's not like him. He usually makes a lot more of those layups. Just tonight, it wasn't falling for him. But I'm not going to get mad at him because he plays good almost every game. He's one of the few bright spots every game. So I'm not going to rip his ass tonight because he kept us in the game. Besides his 18 points also, he had 10 rebounds. So he had a double-double, which I didn't even realize he had that many rebounds. That's incredible. Then he also had one assist, which you don't expect him to assist. That's fine. 3 turnovers, which is unfortunate. But 4 of his rebounds were offensive as well, which is nuts. So the effort by Sexton was incredible. He was getting on the Suns' nerves so badly, and it was a sight to behold. I enjoyed that a lot. But at the end of the day, we came up short. And Sexton got the ball stolen from him pretty lackadaisically at the end when we were still within somewhat shouting distance. There was a number of things. Yabusele and Okoro missing open threes. Sexton missing, the shots he missed and then getting the ball stolen from him late. Miller missing the bunny under the basket. You add all those things up, that's your 10-point deficit when the Bulls were right there within 1 point, with a few minutes to go. So overall, though, Sexton's effort was to be commended, and so I'm not mad at him. Then we had Trey Jones, player of the game, the bull of the game for the Bulls, right? 31 minutes, 29 points, 12 of 20 from downtown, 1 of 4 from 3, 4 of 4 from the line, 3 rebounds, 6 assists, and 2 turnovers and 2 steals. He was a -1 on the court. And that is accurate because Trey Jones, when he was in the game, actually felt like a mini star. And it's only because we had all of ours out. So he was the go-to guy, and he had to be. But it was actually he carried it well. His ability to penetrate the defense and get good looks when they're just layups over and over and over. You'd think that at some point teams would find a way to stop this shifty little bastard who keeps getting to the rim and laying it up with no big deal. But teams don't figure it out, and his speed, his quickness rather, is special. he's able to blow by defenders so fast, and he's able to just kind of scoop the ball. He could be going a million miles an hour. His touch on the basketball is unbelievable. He almost always makes the shot if he doesn't have a shot blocker in his face. Um, he's great. He's great. I really don't know what else to say. I mean, he had 6 assists to go with his 29 points. He also had 2 steals and 3 rebounds. I mean, he had an all-around game. And yeah, Trey Jones just continues to fill it up. He's been one of the most efficient players in the NBA since the start of March. Not just the Bulls, in the NBA. He shot insanely. So props to Trey Jones, who, if you take all of your biases for stars and stuff like that out of the equation, might be the Bulls MVP since the trade deadline, if you really broke it down. I know Giddey has a lot of triple doubles and stuff, but like Trey Jones has been so efficient and also giving it on a defensive end that it's hard not to say that like he is like the stud out there. Besides, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought there a little bit. But yeah, he was balling. So we'll go to the bench, and there's not a lot here. I'm just gonna whip through these stat lines, and then I'll give my thoughts on the bench overall. Uh, Patrick Williams, 24 minutes, 5 points, 2 of 8 from the field, 0 of 5 from 3-point range, 1 of 1 from free throw, 1 rebound, 3 assists, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 1 block, minus 11 on the court. Lachlan Olbrich, 16 minutes, 1 point, 0 of 1 from the field, 1 of 2 from free throw, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, no turnovers. He was also a +2 on the court, the only Bull to be a plus. Interesting. Overall, I'll give my thoughts at the end. Mac McClung, 11 minutes, 9 points, 2 of 4 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3, 5 of 7 from the free throw line, no rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, and a even 0 on plus minus. I'll get to him when I talk about all of them. Dillingham, 20 minutes. He's the one guy off the bench, him and Patrick Williams, that get a lot of minutes. 20 minutes, 10 points, 4 of 8 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 turnovers, no steals, no blocks, and a -4 on the court. Rob was fine tonight. He made some really nice and creative layups. He did not shoot us out of the game. He did not turn the ball over so much that we were out of the game. We were right there, and a lot of times he was making clutch plays when we needed him to. But there's something about Dillingham, man. He doesn't quite do it for me. I feel like, again, I'm gonna reiterate this. I said it about Yuki. I'm gonna say it about Mac McClung now. I feel like Dillingham, okay, if you play him at point guard, well, Yuki is a better playmaker. So if you're like, well, okay, we'll play him at 2 guard, I think Mac McClung plays under more control and has more, I don't know, potential for big games than from the field than Rob Dillingham, because Dillingham just I don't know, he just does some stuff sometimes that makes you really scratch your head. The 2 turnovers, I can remember both of them. They were whack. They were like, he was throwing the ball like, where are you throwing it to, bro? He seems to make bad plays at bad times. But with all that being said, we probably aren't close. Like, he helped us close that run with a 3 at the end of the third, or was it, or the beginning of the fourth? I can't remember. One of those. He had a big 3 that brought us, within like 6 or 4 or something like that. And we brought it all the way back down to within 1, and then we lost it. But there's something about Dillingham that doesn't vibe with me, man. Yeah, I don't know what it is. And Yuki Kawamura had 6 minutes, 1 point, 1 of 2 from the field. Sorry, 3 points. 1 of 2 from the field. They were both threes. He also had 1 steal, 2 assists, and that was it. Yep, he was a -1 on the court. I mean, he only played 6 minutes. He made that 3. One criticism I'll give him, later on in that half, he got baseline and he was wide open. Nobody was near him. And he decided to pass instead of taking the runner on the baseline. You got to be aggressive, Yuki. You got to make people, realize that, you are a scoring threat. If you don't play in a way that makes you look like a scoring threat, then you're going to be in bad shape. Definitely can't fault their efforts. Difficult to find continuity in 30-ish games. Love that. What about Mara? He dominated yesterday. Watch a championship tomorrow. Terrace Reed also. I like Mara. He's playing well. The only thing that I'll say is it's easy to get caught up in performances. But a lot of times their performances don't always match. Like, I would have to look up what Mara is being considered in the draft because there's a lot of other stuff that goes into what you look like as a pro prospect, right? Like for example, Zach Giddey got drafted lower than Donovan Clingan. Even he got drafted after Clingan, even though in the NCAA championship a few months prior to that, Edey absolutely kicked Donovan Clingan's ass. Like Donovan Clingan's team won, but head to head, Edey dominated Clingan, dominated him, and then Clingan still went ahead of him in the draft. So I don't, I'm not saying that because I'm not saying that I wouldn't take him if he plays like he played yesterday in the pros. He'll be good. He looked really good, but what's his name? Ade Mara. NBA draft projection. Let's see. He's 7'3", which I love that. They're placing him in the first round due to his elite passing size and improved play. Considered high upside, long-term developmental big. He's generally considered a mid to late first round pick, with some predictions placing him around 21 to Philadelphia. Interesting. So we would probably have to take him with Portland's pick. So I like him if Jaden Quintance is gone. Or I like the idea of if let's say we don't jump up and get Caleb Wilson. If you take Jaden Quintance with your 9th overall pick, that way, because right now Jaden Quintance I've heard is being slated around 13 to Charlotte. I was hoping he would fall to Portland's pick, but what you could do if you don't get moved up to Caleb Wilson is you draft Jaden Quintance at 9. He's 6'10" with 7'5" wingspan. So you could technically maybe even play him at the 4. And then you draft Mara with Portland's pick. And now that guy gives you some real size. I like that. Especially because it looks like Mara is more of a offensive center with big size. Whereas, okay, he says he has strong rim protection. Okay. But then you got Jaden Quintance, who is shorter, but more of an athlete, has a crazy wingspan of 7'5" wingspan, and is a shot blocking extraordinaire. So why not take them both? Then I also heard about Haynes Steinbach or whatever. So I know all I'm saying is sometimes their performances in the tournament, they don't always translate to the draft selection process because a lot of people take these prospects based on their measurables. If they have, a higher ceiling than someone else or not, they might look at a guy that got dominated by Mara and say, well, Mara, Morrow did better than him, but that's because he's more of a polished prospect. And when this other guy gets good, he'll have a higher ceiling. I'm just making an example. I'm not saying that it's true or not. But yeah, Mara's performance against Krivas yesterday was incredibly impressive, in my opinion. I'm curious, what's Krivas being? So they're saying he's being looked at as a top 40 pick with potential to land in the first round. So they're both being looked at around the same position, although Mara is given more of a solid prediction of being a first round pick. Yeah, I love it. I mean, Mara's 7'3", dude. You can't teach size. I love taking big guys. Like I believe in it. Terrace Reed. Let me see where they're projecting him. They're projecting him as a potential late first round, mid second round pick. Mid second round is the consensus right now. But they said he might get into the late first round because of his March Madness performance. If he falls to the Pelicans second round pick position, we're supposed to be picking around like 38 right now with the second round pick we got from the Pelicans. If he's still there, you take him. I don't care. I'll take three big men in the draft, especially if one of them can play power forward. We need to shore up the interior defense on this team badly. Then if that's what you do, if you spend all three of your picks on power forwards and centers, great. Now you just spend all of your free agency money on guards or wings, and you roll into next season feeling much better about the makeup of your team. I just need us to walk away with our center of the future, either after free agency or after the draft. We need a starting center that'll change the way that we play defense. I want Walker Kessler really, really bad, but you can't just count on getting him because the Jazz are able to match anything for him. So you got to prepare for the eventuality that, that's why maybe you don't go with three big men in the draft. Maybe you just go two, especially if one of them can play power forward in case you get Walker Kessler. Because Walker Kessler, to me, is someone the Bulls have to go after. He's a proven pro prospect or pro player. We can get the prospects, that's fine. But unless they're top four, they're still a dice roll in the pros. So then, as good as someone was in college, that doesn't always mean that they're going to be good in the pros. So the top four picks are different because the top four picks are littered with, it's Darren Peterson, Caleb Wilson, Cam Boozer, and AJ DeBanza. Everyone is saying that those four guys are going to be stars. So those guys, if you get one of them, you can count on them to be your starter, I think. But anyone else, you still have to go into free agency and maybe get someone at their position. And if you can get Walker Kessler, you get him no matter what. You'll deal with the rest of it later. Walker Kessler is blocking 2.5 shots a game in the NBA. He's wiping people out in the NBA. So, like, you got to get him if you can. But that'll do it for this episode of Chicago Bulls Breeze. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I didn't really talk about too much about the bench. I just wanted to say that Patrick Williams still stinks. He had a decently better game in this game than he's been having lately. He's put up a lot of goose eggs in the scoring column, a lot of 0 for whatever performances. He went 2 of 8 today, and he was 0 of 5 from 3. Patrick Williams, I'm going to keep saying it. Please, 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 for the love of all that is near and dear to my heart, please step up to the 3-point line when you're shooting threes. And if you're behind it and you can't do that, don't shoot it. Stop taking long threes. You stink at them, bro. You suck at long threes, and you keep taking them. I'm begging you to stop. Begging. For the love of all, like it's crazy. But he did have 3 assists tonight. 1 block, 1 steal, 1 rebound. The 1 rebound thing is crazy. Like he's got such great measurables and giant hands. There's no way this dude shouldn't be ripping down like 6 rebounds a game with the minutes that he gets. But whatever, he's not. So, um, Olbrich Olbrich looked good at the end. He struggled through the beginning a little bit, but at the end, I feel like his energy, like he plays with so much passion and heart. I feel like at the end, he was outlasting the other team a little bit because he was just nonstop relentless with his effort. I like he's got a lot to learn. He is clearly not confident in his offensive game at all. He doesn't look to shoot ever. Even when he gets offensive rebounds, he looks like he's trying to pass that ball out immediately. And I don't know if that's Billy Donovan teaching him that or if that's him just not being confident in his offensive game. But we've got to develop that part of his game because he's got to be able to go up from a few feet around the basket and feel confident. Right now, it feels like he's not confident from anywhere on the offensive side of the ball. He can pass well, but that's about it. Um, the rest of it, he has no confidence in. So that's where he needs to really shore up in the offseason is his offensive game. Um, and then Mac McClung, I wanted to talk like about him real quick. Mac McClung looked good. He looked surprisingly effective. He wasn't so bad on defense that he was just getting dominated down there. That's why he was a even 0 in the plus minus column because he wasn't getting dominated. They did score on him a couple of times, but that's to be expected. But like his offensive game, we still haven't gotten to see it. This was the first game where we got like a peek of what he does in the G League, and it was exciting. He can turn a corner so fast and jump stop and get an easy bucket. His ability to make tough shots is obvious. I would like to see him get more of a shot as his season ended, even if it's at the expense of Rob Dillingham. Who cares? Give Mac his shot. Um, that's all I wanted to say. It's all I had for this. I don't think Mara would be the right pick at 8 or 9. No, nobody. Nothing I just read said that he would go that high. Jaden Quintance. I'm telling you, if we don't, if we jump into the top 4 from pick 9, then Caleb Wilson is the pick. But if we stay at 9, this is who I want. Oh, sorry, it's the last one that I put. That's the guy. I know he's coming off of a bad season at Kentucky because he tore his ACL not this past season, but the season before. So he only played 5 games this year at Kentucky because he's still getting back into using his body again. But I'm telling you, he was blocking 2.5 shots a game, 7'5" wingspan as only a 6'10" player, and he was stealing a ball. He was a defensive nightmare. I love taking a chance on a guy with that much upside at number 9. And some people still have him as the best center in the draft, even though he was coming off a really bad season. The other guy is Haynes Steinbeck. Yeah, so his injury though was almost 2 years ago now, or it was like a year and a half ago. I'm okay with that. Guys are gonna get hurt. Like Jaden Quintance is still slated to go at the top of the lottery. Like, hold on. Here's a. I'm not scared off by the injury thing, but here's Jaden Quintance is widely projected as a 2026 NBA first round pick, frequently appearing in top 10 of mid first round drafts, such as number 13 to the Charlotte Hornets. As a 6'10", 255-pound big man with 7'5" wingspan, he's widely considered an elite defender with immense physical tools, often compared to Jalen Duren. Tell me you don't want that. That dude sounds like a dream come true at number 9, if you ask me. I'm running to the podium to take him. If we don't, and if we move up from 9 to 4 and we get Caleb Wilson, I'm going to be praying my ass off that Jaden Quintance somehow falls to wherever the Portland pick is. As long as Portland makes the playoffs, of course. Because, dude, I want Jaden Quintance on my basketball team. I didn't know that they were comparing him to Jalen Duren. I didn't know that was his pro comp. That's crazy. I want him even more now. But that'll do it for this episode of Chicago Bulls Breeze. It's been a long one. I've been here for a while. I'm going to let you guys go. I hope everybody enjoys their Easter Sunday. I appreciate all 100 of you who 100 plus that came to hang out with me. If you enjoyed the show, please do hop over to Chicago Bulls Breeze on YouTube. If you're here on X with me, please do come support the show on YouTube. I would really appreciate it. I cannot grow without your support, and I really appreciate all support. I really do. Doing my best to make this a living, something that I do for a living. Right now I'm doing it while I'm in school, and that, obviously I'm able to make that happen. But when I get out of school, I really want to be full time in sports if I can. So all of the support that I receive from you guys is super appreciated. And I hope that you'll continue to come and check me out. If you are here on X, at Chicago Bulls Breeze is the channel on YouTube. If you're here with me on YouTube, please leave a like on the video. Otherwise, that's all I have. My name is Philip Charles VanDerHeyden IV, a.k.a. Philly the Fourth, a.k.a. PCV the Fourth, a.k.a. Slim Philly, a.k.a. Pimp Daddy P, a.k.a. your mother's new boyfriend. And this has been my show. As always, long live the Chicago Bulls. But more importantly, long live you, Breeze Nation. Everybody have a great night. Have a great start to your week tomorrow. And see red, baby.